news. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First on 11 Live Morning News, we have the possibility for strong to severe thunderstorms, especially as we head into the afternoon. We're tracking them for you hour by hour coming up.
Right now, families across Georgia are trying to make ends meet and doing it without the support they say they need. Their SNAP benefits are delayed. Molly Oak is joining us with more. Molly, what's the reason behind this and what can people do if they are experiencing this problem?
Well, Cheryl, there's a backlog impacting tens of thousands of renewals. The State Department of Human Services says the number of cases just over 52,000. And the USDA's Food and Nutrition Services says staffing shortages is in part to blame for the delays. So in the meantime, DHS recommends checking your application and renewal online on the Georgia Gateway website. Families in need of food are also encouraged to check with their local food bank. And there are other programs such as Happy Helpings and Seamless Summer options that can assist with feeding children during the summer months. Now, the Department of Human Services says applications and renewals submitted in March, April, and May are going to be impacted by this delay. The agency says it's working to fill positions and employ new technology to streamline the process, but says it's dealing with pushback from the federal government.
All right, Molly, thanks a lot. Staying with your 11 minutes of nonstop news, Gwinnett County Police are investigating a homicide right now in Decula.
Yeah, it happened less than 12 hours ago. Here's what we know right now. Police say they found a man shot dead near Stanley Road around 10 p.m. last night. This is right near the QT on Winder Highway and 316. No word on a suspect right now. Police ask if you know anything or even you saw something, please give them a call.
A Decatur gas station became the scene of a deadly shooting. It happened just before 8:30 last night near the Citco gas station along Stone Mill Way. Police say when they got there, they found a 35-year-old man had been shot. He was taken to the hospital and later died. Police tell us they believe the victim was in a dispute before that shooting. As of now, police have not released information on a possible suspect.
This morning, a new warning about car break-ins and vandalism. A local woman is sharing her experience that is really disturbing.
Someone broke into or opened up my car door and then proceeded to use the bathroom on my back seat.
You just heard from Abigail Peterson, who lives in the Summerhill neighborhood of Southeast Atlanta. She says her car was broken into over the weekend, and it is not the first time this has happened. So far this year in Atlanta, there have been more than 3,000 thefts from inside vehicles. That is up slightly from this time last year. That's not including countless break-ins and vandalism in which nothing was stolen, like in this case.
New for you this morning, we are hearing from Jamie Foxx. He posted on Instagram about the Netflix movie They Cloned Tyrone, writing it's about to go down. This is the project that brought him to Atlanta for filming. Jamie Foxx was here when he had his health scare. He did not mention anything about that. And that was a look at your Wednesday morning headlines.
Getting ready to head out with a little bit of an active radar we see, Chesley.
Yeah, mainly down to the south of our viewing area. In fact, just outside of our area, we're seeing those numerous thunderstorms around. The clouds are filling in up here to the north. It's down to the south that you'll find a few light showers over Troop Meriwether County. Look at LaGrange, over toward Greenville, light. Just to the south of that is where we have plenty of energy. Look at all these lightning strikes associated with these thunderstorms. Some of those holding together. They were a bit stronger back off to the west of us over into Alabama, but as they move into our state, starting to fall apart just a little bit, but you can still see all that energy heading into the central portions of our state. That's where the heaviest rain is so far this morning, but we could get in on some of that as we head into mid-morning into early afternoon. Look at the temperatures. We're in the 60s as we speak in all of our spots. You're looking at 66 degrees in Conyers right now, 64 in Covington, 67 degrees, Peachtree City, 67 also over toward Fayetteville, 65 degrees in Dallas, Marietta at 66, Ackworth at 65, along with Mapleton. You're looking at 67 degrees in Tucker, Roswell at 66, and 68 degrees downtown Atlanta at the current hour. Your weather wear forecast calls for the rain gear. Have it with you at least for this morning and into the afternoon, just in case you need that, folks. 81 degrees will be our afternoon high temperature. Where we don't have the rain, we'll have mostly cloudy skies, and the winds, even outside of some of those thunderstorms, will be a bit breezy at times out of the southwest up to about 15 miles per hour. Gusts could be a little bit higher than that. Tracking a front that now has moved back to the north of us, and again, it's along this front that we'll have these little spokes of energy that will ride through that will bring in a better chance for those scattered showers and thunderstorms to the area. Mainly down to the south or to central portions of our state is where it's more likely. See that red area there? That's a level 4 threat out of a possible 5. We call it a moderate risk for severe weather. Over our area, it's a level 2 threat or a slight risk. Rome over to Athens, Atlanta included in this. What can we expect? Well, with a few of those thunderstorms, very heavy rain could lead to some flooding. We're talking about damaging winds up to about 60 miles per hour, which can knock over some trees. So be on the lookout for that. Moderate risk for the hail as well. Could be some golf ball size hail with a few of those thunderstorms. Very low threat for the tornadoes. In fact, very low, but a brief spin-up tornado could be possible. But I think for the most part, it's the rain, the winds, and the hail that we'll have to be on the lookout for. I think between 8 and 9 o'clock is when we'll start to see some of that rain begin to move into the metro area, certainly down to the south. Up here to the north, may not see much by then, but that moves in and out, and then we'll catch a brief break, maybe even some breaks in those clouds yielding that sunshine, which gets us up to the near 80 degrees. And then another round will come in later on this afternoon toward the 3-4 o'clock hour, which will bring in another round of some very hefty winds, along with that very heavy rain that's going to be associated with it. We'll see the temperature begin to rise as we head closer to the Father's Day weekend, and small chances for rain both Saturday and Sunday. In fact, Father's Day got a 40% chance for afternoon scattered thunderstorms with 88 for the high.
A daycare worker is in jail this morning, charged with second-degree murder.
It is in connection to the death of a baby in her care.
So the arrest warrant says Stephanie Thompson put 6-month-old Ocean Carter on a boppy pillow while he was sleeping. Officials say he stopped breathing and died. This happened at Easter Seals Child Development Center in Southwest Atlanta back in February of 2021. An investigation found Carter went without proper supervision anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour.
Kids to Leaders works with students living the reality of having a parent who's incarcerated. The organization's goal is to try to change the trajectory set up for their success. One way is through job training interviews. The program provides high school students with college and career opportunities, as well as real-life internships.
You know, my biological mom, you know, she's in jail or she's in prison, and, you know, I just miss her, and it would make me sad. So, you know, but that's not your life. At the end of the day, you still have to live your life.
I definitely need this program. I need it more than anything. It was just the relief. It was the relief that we needed in a long time. It broke us. It let us free.
The executive director says she's been working with some of the kids in the program since they were 10. For more on Kids to Leaders, go to 11alive.com.
Right now, we're tracking the results of last night's special election runoff for House District 68. Derek Jackson secured more than 50% of the vote. The unofficial results show it was tight. He got 917, but his challenger, Mark Baker, walked away with 903, just a slim margin of 14 votes.
This morning, we are celebrating a young drumline from Atlanta rocking one of the biggest stages in the country. Drop that beat. That's the Little Rascals division of the Atlanta Drum Academy on America's Got Talent. Terry Crews loved them so much that he gave them the golden buzzer. There it is. I talked to the director, one of the stars, 8-year-old Chioma, and his mom. They say this was a divine appointment.
Just casually said, I want to be on HET. And 2 days later, they reached out. From his mouth to God's ears, and I guess here we are.
It was amazing.
To represent Atlanta, it just means so much to us. We hope to do our city and state proud.
I hope they feel inspired, joyful, marvelous, have fun.
That's exactly how we feel when we watch you all. Chioma says he's so happy to be there with all his friends. This has been his dream. Take a look at the vision board he made. He manifested that golden confetti, and we will be cheering Chioma and his friends on, hopefully to the finals, Chesley.
Hopefully. I saw him last night. It was really good. We're looking at temperatures around noon, about 73 degrees. We will have a few scattered thunderstorms off and on as we head through the afternoon, expecting those to be a bit strong as far as the heavy rain, some gusty winds associated with it, maybe even some hail. 81 degrees will be your temperature by 4 o'clock. That'll be our daytime high. We'll drop back down to 79 degrees by 6 o'clock this evening as you're driving home. Tomorrow, the rain could be around during the morning. I think by the afternoon, we'll gradually clear it out. 85 for your high temperature. Best day of the week, my pick, Friday, 87 for the high. Going to continuously see those temperatures warm up as we head through the upcoming Father's Day weekend, but we'll also see the chance for rain increase as well. 20% chance on Saturday, Sunday, a 40% chance for the rain.
Ooh, this morning history is going down right here in Atlanta. Can you believe NBC's Tom Costello is going to be live from inside the Shark Tank at the Georgia Aquarium during the Today Show? This is going to be the first live underwater report on sharks. Tom Costello, the first to ever do it.
I love it. That's something to see. So was that lightning. Wow, that was impressive.
Yeah, well down to the south of us, but we'll get in on some of that later on this morning.
All right, be careful out there, everybody. Hope you have a great day. Today's show's coming up next, and we will see you back here tomorrow morning.